1936-37. I learned to swim when I was 4 years old, right, the exact place right in back of me. Remember that very well. And there was a float in back of the person who's taking this picture. It was about 50 yards off the end of the pier, and you were a pretty good swimmer if you could dive in and swim out to the float. It's a kind of a floating raft. And this was made at the height of my artistic prowess. For my mother. We had a great time in the Thousand Islands. 3 of us: Suzanne Baker, Henry Fenimore Baker III, Nancy Love Baker. One of Uncle Al's boats. Granny was there. Grandpa was there. In 1938, Round Bay, Maryland, 7 Luna Lane. We went barefoot in the summer. We could walk on holly leaves and not have a problem. The 2 Fenimores, Round Bay, Maryland, about 1941, 7 Luna Lane. Kind of looks like Don's 1940 Packard convertible there on which we're sitting. May 19th, 1942, Round Bay, Maryland, on the big pier. I just got enlisted. Just joined up. Henry Fenimore Baker III in Baltimore, Maryland, about 1942, maybe 43, at the house we had at 7 Dunkirk Road. Mom and Dad paid $6,500. I think it was 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1-car garage in the back. And this is the same house. Notice the number 7 there on the left side of the door. Mom and Dad. Henry Fenimore Baker Jr., my mother, Helen Graham Baker. Dad sometimes would bring home an Army vehicle to 1507 West 7th Street, San Pedro, California. And this is probably 1943-44. Little friends gathered. That's Margaret Kirk and the Curls. Barbara Langan, who lived a couple of doors up the street. Fort MacArthur had a really nice pool. Dad and I swim in it. And it was fun. Fort MacArthur was built on 3 levels. The lower level was down at the harbor area and was used for induction and troops coming home after the war. Middle side was where all the officers' homes, parade ground, PX, hospital, pool, officers' club, where Dad would take me and we'd play pools, where I learned to play pool. Not this pool. Pool with cues. And once in a while we go down to Belmont Shores, kind of a little pass along Beach, California. I don't know what year this was, 46. Dad, of course, not here in the harbor, but other places, taught me how to body surf. I only beat him once in all the attempts I tried. He was good. As you can see, I was still doing my tour of duty, and this is a World War II helmet. My dog Rocky. This is at 1507 West 7th Street, San Pedro. The roadway and intersection back there is Weymouth Avenue. Here is my first cousin Ned. This is Edwin Turner Baker. And in the middle, of course, I am, and my dad, Henry Fenimore Baker Jr., aboard Ned's Navy destroyer USS Flusser, coming back from Japan. Well, maybe this will be the last picture before my tape ends, but this is San Pedro, California, right in back of Fort MacArthur, topside. As I said, it had 3 levels. Topside was where all the guns were, and my mom on the left, and Donald Dodge Warner eating something, Henry Fenimore Baker Jr., and myself, Henry Fenimore Baker III. Now in background, we have Don's 1941 Packard convertible, and we have the famous 1941 Plymouth. Oops, sorry about that. There must have been some mistake, but I graduated from junior high school, Richard Henry Dana Junior High School, San Pedro, 1949. And being in scouting, I won a 10-day pack trip from the radio station KFI. Went packing back in the Sierra Mountains, about not too far from Mount McKinley, and it was a fun trip. Packed all our food in with mules. What a sad day it was to graduate from high school, Torrance High School, California. My, terrible. Today is April 30th, 2014. I'd like to end my little episode into filming excellence by giving you a view out our kitchen window looking north-northwest and seeing the wonderful growing things we have here in Western Washington. And you probably noticed my voice has changed. I'm just growing out of puberty now. And we have a nice rhododendron there, and it's Anna plus Kilimanjaro. Real rich red blossoms will come, and we have the dark leaves of a Japanese maple, and we have another one just behind there, very slow growing, has coral on its bark, and it's a very nice tree. It's kind of a orange edge on the leaves as they just before they start to fall. And here's another rhododendron here. This is a species. In other words, it's found in nature, whereas a lot of others are hybrids. And this is the Yaku Angel, and the buds come out kind of a hot pink, and it's white when it's full. So I better get off here because the tape is ending. So enjoy.